watching WYMT. Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Madison Carmouche. Several organizations gathered in Fleming Neon to help give out food and winter clothes for flood survivors. WYMT's RJ Johnson was there and shows how the organizations are continuing to help folks.
Operation Letcher County Recovery hosted a coat drive while also giving out some lunch to flood survivors in Fleming Neon. Founder Gary Conley says folks are still struggling in the area.
I understand there's still several people who don't have good refrigeration, adequate refrigeration. They don't have adequate food storage facilities and no room to store food. A lot of them are still eating out of cans, cold food or not cold food, but pre-prepared food, and a hot meal is something special for them.
Fleming Neon Middle School Principal David Robinson says it's nice to still have folks coming to help more than a year later.
Once the flood was over, after the first 6-8 weeks, it kind of subsided. But Gary and First Baptist Church of London has continued on for a year now.
Saying it's a big help.
A lot of people, especially up and down Neon here, they lost everything. And so them bringing clothes in and bringing coats in and so forth and so on is just a tremendous, tremendous help to the people here at Neon.
Conley says the meals and clothes go a long way.
They're just thrilled to get a meal. So many people have said, you don't know what this means to us. You don't understand what you're doing for us. And I do know what it means. I do understand what we're doing. That's exactly why we're doing it. We want to make a difference. We want to give hope. We want to give help the best way we can.
Tanya Charlton is the founder of David's Legacy and has helped the Neon since the flood. She says as long as they are able, they will continue to help those in need.
So the need's going to continue to be here, and to be able to meet that need feels good. It helps us as well as helping them. So there's no reason not to do it if we have the means to be able to do it.
In Fleming Neon, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Conley says this could not be done without the support from others. Organizations donating clothes and food while volunteering their time to help out.
It was a warm one out there. You'd be remiss to not think it was October based on the temperatures we had outside, but plenty of warm air still remains here in the mountains. A look around the mountains this evening. All is quiet, though the clouds are continuing to increase as we watch those showers move on toward the region. By the way, it wasn't your imagination. It was indeed record warm out there. Jackson got to 81 today. That beats the record of 78 set back in 1989. London a little short because that record was sitting at 84. Set back in 1991. It was all in the 80s for most part today. Pikeville got to 79. It was a little cooler though. North and west you went. That's a good 15 to 20 degrees warmer than we should be for this time of year. And we are still mild out there now. Low to mid 70s region wide. But look up into central Kentucky. 71 Irvine, 67 Lexington, and 60 in Louisville. That's where they've had more clouds today, and that's where the showers are moving on in. There's the big fetch of moisture moving on into the western part of the state. They need it throughout parts of western and even into central Kentucky where the drought has been so bad, but we need it too. And we've got some on the way. Next 12 hours through the evening and into the overnight, those clouds and showers increase. We keep it very mild in the mid-60s. Madison, I'll have the latest in a moment on when we really cool down just in time for Halloween in a little bit.
Evan, thank you. Kentucky State Police Post 11 is conducting an investigation after an officer-involved shooting. Troopers say that the Somerset Police Department responded to a domestic violence complaint in Pulaski County on Friday. Once Somerset police arrived, they encountered a man with a gun. Troopers say that during the confrontation, the man was shot and declared dead on the scene by the Pulaski County coroner. The officer that was shot was taken to a nearby hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. George Pine Wesley Williams of Harlan County died on Tuesday. Williams was a veteran of the United States Air Force. He also worked as a coal miner, truck driver, and a patient transportation driver for CAA. Williams was the deputy fire chief for the Sunshine Fire Department and a member of the Harlan and Loyal Fire Departments. Both the visitation and funeral service were held today at Teetersville Baptist Church. George Williams was 81 years old. Organizations across the region are participating in National Drug Take-Back Day, and some are promoting finishing medications as well. Hometown Pharmacy in Hazard has a drug take-back box that allows folks to properly dispose of drugs. Pharmacist Tyler Wells says if you are prescribed a drug, it may be best to finish it off before getting rid of it, even beyond antiviral medications.
SSRIs, so kind of like your mood stabilizers, those type of things, can really see some negative effects, start to see some side effects when we miss doses of those, especially if we prolong missing doses.
Tyler Wells also says if you are finished with a medication, scratching out personal information on the medicine bottle can keep you protected. Demand for electric vehicles is not what Ford expected it to be. Now the giant automaker is scaling back plans at the massive battery facility in Hardin County. Now only one of the battery manufacturing plants will open as scheduled. The first plant, Kentucky 1, will begin operations as scheduled in 2025. The plant called Kentucky 2 will be built as planned, but for now, Ford will delay when the plant goes into production. Both Governor Andy Beshear and gubernatorial Republican candidate Daniel Cameron took to social media to comment.
Don't let the politics cloud the facts. Economic development is not partisan. This is our game-changing investment, folks. It is still on, and it's bringing in so many other employers, so many other jobs.
Cameron posted a message on X, formerly known as Twitter, saying, quote, "We aren't becoming the battery capital of the world. We are becoming the failed promises capital of the world." Hardin County's economic and elected officials were not sure what to make of the decision and say they hope next week brings more information from the company. Today, Scott County firefighters wrapped up their boot drive fundraiser at the Georgetown Walmart. Alexa Minton stopped by the event to learn more about the special purpose of the fundraiser this year.
For the past 3 weeks, Scott County firefighters have been standing out in front of the Georgetown Walmart, rain or shine, to collect money for the fundraiser G's Table. The department's connection with G's Table stems from a man named Michael Wilson, who is both a Scott County firefighter and a director of the nonprofit. He started it in honor of his late mother, who passed away in 2020.
And out of that tragedy, we created a foundation because there's not a soul in this world that wasn't welcome at my mother's table. So what we do is we collect money throughout the year, and 100% of that money stays within Scott County, and we provide Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner for anybody that needs help.
The event is featuring firefighters at the doors of the store, holding out their bunker boots to collect donations as people enter and exit the store. So far, the group has raised $5,000 this year, with the goal of helping those families in need for the holiday season.
And we provide $200 to $250 grocery gift cards to provide your Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner. The amount of support I've gotten from my colleagues and my brothers at the fire department, I can't explain. I have no words for it.
G's Table will also be hosting a gala in November to continue to raise money for those in Scott County. But Michael says he's already grateful to live in such a giving community.
Small organizations like mine are extremely important to a community because it's the heartbeat of the community. We are 100% in, and we are 100% here to help each other. It's the most important thing that we have. It really is. To see your neighbors helping each other, you can't ask for a better thing.
In Scott County, Alexa Minton, WKYT.
For more information on how to donate, you can visit G's Table website. And coming up, with violence on the rise around the world, it is important to know what to do if you are ever in an active shooter situation.
And showers are on the way. Looks like November weather is here to stay. I'm breaking it down next.
Nash Bridges.